proudly present live and exclusive on VIP Boxing TV. This is the main event of the 10 3-minute rounds of boxing for the big English super flyweight title. The officials have been appointed by the Central Area Council of the British Boxing Board of Control, whose area representatives at ringside Mr. Ian Mankoff and Ms. Sally C. Timekeeper at the bell, Phil Morris, and our final referee in charge of the action, Gary Sargentson from Manchester. The three scoring judges at ringside for this assignment are Phil Edwards and Jamie Kirkpatrick from Preston and Terry O'Connor from Birmingham. And so, people of Blackpool, live from Europe's entertainment capital, this is your big fight live! Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the blue collar shorts trimmed with gold, white and black. At the weigh-in yesterday, he scaled 8 stone exactly. From 10 contests, he has 7 wins, 3 defeats. He comes to the ring this evening as a former Midland area champion from Shropshire, Benn, Little Stormy Norman. And opposing him, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the black collar shorts trimmed with gold. Yesterday, he scaled 8 stone, 2 pounds, 4 ounces. He brings to the ring this evening in pure athletic record, 9 contests, 9 wins. 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout, presenting from Liverpool, the undefeated Benn. Mr. Sargentson with his short 3-minute round.
Good evening, viewers. If you just tuned in, just started a 10-round English Super Featherweight title between Brandon Daord, 26 years of age from Liverpool, against Ben Norman, 27 years of age from Shropshire in Leicestershire. I am Mike Action Gormley, and beside me is Ryan Bradley. Commentating tonight for VIP Promotions.
Yeah, nice strong start by Brandon. Let's see another southpaw out tonight. Has the potential to be a very good fight, this. I was doing my homework previously on BoxRec on his opponent. I know a bit about Brandon, but Ben Norman, he's 7-3, and the 3 losses have come against some, well, 2 of them have come against some very good kids in Conor Butler and Conor Kelso, who are both decent operators.
Yeah, I remember it was at the Conor Butler fight at Liverpool Olympia last year. I think that was an eliminator for the Commonwealth flyweight title, which Conor went on to fight for and win.
Yeah, Brandon's had some good preparation for this. I've seen, obviously via social media, he's been helping Sonny Edwards prepare. So, I mean, you can't get much better sparring than at that weight than Sonny Edwards, really, can you?
No. So obviously, Sonny's up there, isn't he, with the best now? He's hit the limelight.
Well, for me, Sonny Edwards probably pound for pound best British fighter out there at the moment. Walked past Brandon on his ring walk, and he's accompanied by, I think his gym mate, Paddy the Baddie. If anybody's into UFC, it's not my bag, but bumped into him as I walked past, so I think he's in good company.
Yeah, Brandon made his debut in June 2016. He had a full-year break from November 17 to October 2021. Obviously, now he's coming back with you know, good intentions to win bigger things now. Get yourself in the spotlight. Obviously, this is a good first stepping stone. English super featherweight title.
Tentative start here by both fights for this second round, but you know, just looking obviously VIP fighter Brandon. He's very his head movement's neat. He's not rushing his work.
Yeah, it is a steady start, Ryan. Obviously, it's, you know, it's a 10-round fight. None of these kids are big knockout artists, even though Brandon has got 3 stoppages in his 9 wins. Benn, 7 wins, no stoppages, with 3 losses, which I think you tend to get, really, you know, with these lighter weight fighters. They're never sort of massive punchers.
Yeah,
yeah. Sorry, Ryan, you do get the exception.
That relates back to what we were saying about Naz before, doesn't it? But like you said, it's in a new way of these days, you know, it's the exception rather than the rule, really.
Yeah. Great opportunity though for some of these kids, you know, at these lighter weights, because there's not that many about at the lighter weights. You can kind of move up the ladder pretty quickly if if you are of decent quality.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that opportunity to kind of, like you said, really move on and do something with your career.
Yeah, you see some great little fights in these lighter weights as well, because they're lighter guys, you know. They've got quick feet, fast hands, nice and lively, so there's always plenty of action. And at the moment we're seeing, you know, quite good technical abilities from both guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Although for me, Brandon started the brighter. I think if you're watching Ben there, he's managing to keep that orthodox, that lead foot on the, keeping Brandon on the inside there.
Yeah, Ben Norman, he has mixed it, you know, at the top level, even though in the only 11th fight, as you said, he's had a couple of title fights. His last fight was for the vacant IBO Continental Super Flyweight title against a guy called Kwasi Kademi in July. He stopped in the 3rd round of that one, but he took nothing away from him. Kademi is a good fighter. But now is his opportunity to shine again, to try and move on. Obviously a big ask with the opponent from Brandon Daord. Again, Brandon's a quality fighter, nice slick southpaw.
Yeah, some phenomenal movement there. You know, that upper chunk of the body there is just, you can't hit what you can't see, and the speed that he's moving at is making it very difficult for them.
Not much in it so far, Ryan. I think the better quality work is coming from Brandon Daord.
Yeah, absolutely, I'd agree with that. Like you said, it's tentative, but like you said, it's a 10-round fight for a title. It's the fights we've seen previously, these new pros, and obviously shorter fights, and they're wanting to make a name for himself, whereas these guys know what's on the line tonight and probably being a bit more tentative.
Yeah, I think Brandon just carries that little extra speed.
Yeah, he's Norman. Yeah, he's that little bit more slicker that you can just see. So his punches just seem to be a little bit neater as well.
Yeah, he's a little bit sharper, isn't he? He's got nice quick feet, and he moves and pivots off well.
Yeah, I think the difference of watching the, you know, when Brandon's throwing, he's throwing with some intent. I think although Benn's commanding the centre of the ring at the moment, there's not loads behind what he's doing. There's Brandon seems a little bit more calculated when he's in the ascendancy, really.
I think Brandon's looking to counter a little bit more, isn't he? He's just waiting for Norman to, you know, make those little mistakes and try and punish them.
Yeah, it's those quick reactions. You know, he's got that ability, and if he's wanted to counter punch there, he's quick enough and slick enough to pull it off. Still hard to split them both in these his opening 3 rounds.
Yeah, I think I've edged that Brandon again myself. I don't know how you see that, Ryan.
No, I'd agree with you on that. Nice quick start to round 4 from both. How'd you see it, Mike? For me, it's small measures, but I think Brandon's taken every round, only slightly, but we're scoring it so far. It'd be say 30-27 for me going into the 4th.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Ryan. It's just a better quality work. I mean, you know, Norman's trying, he's keeping himself nice and busy. I think Brandon just beating him to the punch every time.
Yeah, absolutely. And he does. Go on, sorry, Mike.
No, you carry on, Ryan.
It does sound harsh on the cards, but you know, it's small measures, and he's taken every round in my book, really.
Yeah, exactly. It is close. It's very close, but it's just that Brandon's just got that slight edge. He's a little bit slicker. You know, his punches are quicker.
But you know, that's just us, isn't it? You know, we're in a subjective sport, and if you don't stop the fight early, it's down to the judges. And see strange decisions all the time, don't we?
You do, yeah. But, you know, and some bad decisions at that. But you know,
there's plenty of action left to see in these. The rest of this round and the next 6 if it goes a distance. Nice.
Oh, it's a beautiful shot by Brandon. Left hand right on the button. Then Norman's doing well just to take the knee there, take a little bit of a count. I'm pretty sure he looks a bit unstable at the moment.
I think Brandon's going to go for the kill now.
I think it's only a matter of time. The referee, Darren Sargentson, will have keep his eye on this one.
I think to the untrained eye, it didn't look much then, but it was such a cute little shot from Brandon there to get the drop there.
Yeah, I think Brandon just needs to step off a little bit. Don't rush in too much there. Just have a little step back, half a step back.
Yeah, he's got the danger of crowding his work now, and trying to go for the kill a bit too much.
Yeah, he's just smothering himself. Just take that little half a step back and pick Ben Norman off again.
Another nice straight left there.
As far as Ben Norman's concerned, he needs to grab on. He's trying to slip punches. It'd do me a favour if he grabs hold of Brandon Daord, just have a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, getting him in that clinch now and just trying to drag out a couple of seconds, pivotal.
Yeah, I think he's doing totally the wrong thing here. He's not. We're saying that he's come back with a couple of shots himself.
Brandon could do with just stepping off a little bit, regaging himself and going back in.
Yeah, I think Ben Norman just seems to have recovered a little bit now. He'll do him well to sit down for this minute for the next round.
Round 5 now. Yeah, very interesting to see how Ben comes out after that after taking a knee then, well, after getting dropped midway through the fourth.
Yeah, I think he did well to survive that knockdown. He obviously, you know, from what I could see, it would have been a wise choice to hang on to Brandon Daord. He obviously opted to cover up and hopefully ride it out, which he did. Don't know how much he's recovered though.
No, because he definitely looked shaky on his feet when he got up. It's good that he took the whole 8, and then he looked a little unsteady for the rest of the round. But it'll be interesting to see as this round goes on how much of an effect it's had on him. I noticed he tried to go southpaw to southpaw with Brandon for a moment, quickly changed back.
Yeah, he's obviously, you know, trying another option. What he's doing at the moment isn't quite working out for me, Brandon, at the moment. You know, like you said before, don't get me wrong, it's quite close. He's just Brandon's having that slight edge, and obviously after that previous round, then he's kind of stepped it up a little bit and you know, pulled himself further away regarding points.
Well, I think looking at, you know, as we were scoring it up here, we're saying 30-27 before the fourth round, and then obviously it's a 10-8 round with the knockdown. It's he's obviously trying to change it up to gain himself back into the fight, really.
Yeah, he doesn't, you know, obviously this round now he doesn't seem to have been phased by that knockdown. Now he seems to have got back on his on the game plan, Ben Norman.
You know, a knockdown doesn't dictate a fight. I think that, well, in Reese's last fight, he got dropped early off Jake Goodwin and came back to stop him in the next round. So, you know, it's the sport we love can quickly change in a matter of seconds, can't it?
It can, yeah. You know, it's all on fitness and obviously character. Norman got caught with a lovely overhand left.
Yeah,
from
solid left.
Brandon.
Leaving his head quite a lot on centre, Ben Norman, and Brandon seems to be picking it off at will now.
Yeah, he's been caught quite a few times in this round cleanly.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see coming into this round 6 how it starts to pan out. I think Brandon's just stepping into another gear, and be interested to see what Ben's retort is in this and how he brings himself back into the fight.
Yeah, I think Brandon had a good end to that round. You know, obviously his previous rounds have been great. He had a good end to that last round, and I noticed Ben Norman going back to his corner. He just looked a little bit, not worse for wear, but you know, I think he's feeling the pace a little bit now more than Brandon is.
Yeah, Brandon's definitely setting the pace. Although he's obviously trying to counter quite a bit, he's setting the rhythm of the fight.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ben's trying to press it, but Brandon's just controlling it, as you said.
Yeah, I think every time Ben tries to press, Brandon cut, like we saw with that overhand left before, and that cute left that caused a knockdown before. It's just, I think, by the looks of it, Brandon's got more levels to step up into, and I don't know if Ben can deal with them at the moment.
Yeah, I think, like you just said, I think Ben just leaves himself open a little bit when he tries to press the fight. He tries to come forward. Brendan's quick reactions and reflexes, counters.
I think if you're going to, if you're fighting somebody who's a quick and is a counter puncher like Brandon, you need to, if you're going to work trying to press the fight, you need to move your head as you move inside. And he's, like I said earlier, he's leaving his head on centre, and that's when Brandon seems to just be picking it off.
Yeah, exactly. You have got to pressure, but like you say, you have got to move your head. You've got to kind of bob and weave and try and work your way in. Try and get your head on the other fighter's chest, but you know, Brandon's a different quality. He's quite slick, as we said before. He can move off, pivot. He slips and roll under punches nicely. Got great feet.
Yeah, even back on the road, Brandon just seems to be controlling the pace, controlling the rhythm.
Yeah, there's no urgency in his work, is there? You know, I think he knows himself. He's in control. He's quite happy to let Ben Norman come forward and just counter him.
Seems very comfortable for a southpaw fighting on the inside, Brandon. Like again, it's because he's not feeling that pressure. He's quite comfortable working on the inside and the out.
Yeah, just nice movement there from Brandon to finish off the round.
Round 7.
I think Benn's aware that he's got to take the fight a bit more to Brandon. He's come out with a bit of momentum in this 7th round, but he comes out with that momentum. It seems that's the time that Brandon seems to pick him off the most. The nice check cut pivot then.
Yeah, I was obviously thinking that in between rounds. I think, you know, Norman's only option now is to start pressing the fight a little bit more. He's got to be a little bit cuter, get his head moving a little bit. You know, try and get on Brandon's chest and let his shots go, just like so there. I think he's just that little half a step too far away when he's trying to throw his shots. Brandon's just countering him so easily.
Yeah, I think the only thing that's going to throw this fight for Brandon now is complacency and getting caught by a shot, unless something changes inherently now, but doesn't seem to have broke a sweat properly yet, Brandon, so.
Yeah, I don't know what Norman's corner's been telling him. You know, I'm pretty sure they know he's behind.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to be a fly on the wall in there, because I think, you know, we can all see the way the fight's going at the moment, but he needs to take it to him, because at this point for me, I think he's that far behind. He needs to stop Brandon. It's a tall ask the way Brandon's fighting tonight.
Yeah, I agree with that, Ryan. Yeah, like you say, he needs to take it to him now. He's nothing to lose. I think he's well behind on, or as far as we're concerned, I think. And I think if everybody else is watching, I'm sure the majority are of the same opinion. Norman just needs to push the fight now. You know, he had that 10-8 round as well, so I think he's pretty much quite way behind at this moment in time.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it's Brandon taking every round, and obviously with the knockdown earlier on, I think it was the 4th, wasn't it? And that's obviously a 10-8. It's a big uphill battle now for Norman.
Yeah, I think it's obviously these latter rounds now, you know. In the 7th, 3 to go after this one. Maybe stamina could be a factor, maybe Norman's thinking that.
You know, like I said earlier, I think Brandon looks like he's got plenty of gears to go up into yet, so I can't imagine he's, like I said, unless complacency sets in, I think it's going to be a Brandon win here.
Yeah, I think, you know, so far I think it's been an exceptional performance by Brandon Daord.
Excellent straight to the body, right hook to the head there. The changing in levels is fantastic from Brandon.
I think any young fighters watching this, you know, amateur or professional, especially, you know, the young amateur, the kids and that, Brandon Daord, you know, try and take a leaf out of his book, the way he moves, you know, he's so slick. He moves, he rolls, he slips, throws his punches from awkward angles.
There's not been a wasted punch by him so far, you know, he's very neat, like you said, he creates the right angles, he moves, he punches, he stays out of range. That patience as well, like to be a counter puncher as well.
Yeah, it's just those little movements, isn't it, Ryan? You know, like I say, just a little slip of the head, a little roll under, it's so easy to avoid punches, yet you know these young kids who are boxing nowadays, they don't do it. Simple things they don't do. Brandon's doing the simple things, and look how effective he's been.
Yeah, absolutely. I've watched quite a lot of Brandon previously. I watched his last outing against Steve Jackson, who's a very tough away fighter. Know Steve very well, but to you know, tonight he's just stepped the gas up again, and he's took well, every minute of every round for me.
Yeah, it's being able to step up that level, isn't it? It's all right doing it 4 rounds, 6 rounds. Can you do it at 8 rounds and 10 rounds? Brandon's obviously proving that. The quality's there. Must be a bit of a nightmare now for Ben Norman, wondering what he has to do.
He's trying to find the key to open that door with a knockout. Like we said earlier, he needs to knock him out to take this fight, and unless Brandon gives him a gap, you know, he's going to struggle. Yeah,
but I think, you know, I think he's suffering for each time he tries to find that shot. He's suffering. Brandon's making him pay.
Just how disheartening that is, you know, when he's giving his all, and you know, good eye-catching, nice counter right hook there from Brandon.
Yeah.
Seems to smell a bit of blood here, and he stepping it up a little bit.
Yeah, I was just wondering, you know, in the latter round if Brandon would be able to just step it up a little bit. I'm sure he could. You know, whether he wants to go that way, try and step it up and get the stoppage, or just ride it out for the 10 rounds. You know, barring a miracle or a lucky shot, you know, the fight can only really go one way at this moment in time.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got that comfort blanket of the knockdown earlier on. Six minutes now for Ben Norman to trying to take the fight to Brandon, really, because that's his real only option now.
Yeah, fair play to Ben Norman. He's tried to make it competitive. He's just that little bit of a difference. Brandon's just a level above at this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. You are. You know, that's a liberating thing about the sport we love. There's always somebody who's better. You know, got more ability, tougher. You know, we're not saying Brandon's got all of that to Ben, but he just seems to be that level above at this point. Very impressed how Brandon leads with that right hook, as opposed to, you know, you're taught from being a kid to lead with that jab, but he seems to lead with that lead left hook, lead right hook, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's the favoured punch, isn't it, over an orthodox boxer? Yeah. You know, hooking over that lead hand. It's quite effective. Not always the case, but you know, if you commit yourself to throw it, 9 times out of 10 you'll land it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, looking at Brandon, you know, it's only his 10th fight and he's already fighting for an English title. I think there's lots of opportunities out there now for Brandon.
His way through with that right hook then that we were mentioning, he just might find his way through. Darren Sargison's letting him work inside, which is good. My good friend Darren Sargison.
Yeah, I think, you know, Brandon looks happy to lean on there. I think he must feel he's got a stoppage in him at some point.
Working those hooks on the right hand side with his lead right to the head and body very well.
Yeah, I think it's the first time I've seen Brandon sort of lean on there and be happy to, as I say, work inside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything's been at range at the moment, but you know, this round, as I say, I'm pretty sure he feels there could be a stoppage in there at some point.
Definitely be the cherry on the cake for him. I think obviously with that knockdown earlier in the 4th that he's got the ability and he's got the opportunity to be able to do that.
it'd be nice, like you say, cherry on the cake if he could get the stoppage. But you know, I'd like to see Ben Norman. He's a good kid. He's tried his heart out here. You know, he's just been a little bit outclassed. But I'd like to see him see the 10 rounds out.
Yeah, he's definitely a tough kid, and he deserves to see the final bell.
Well, it's been an exciting 9 rounds so far. It's been, you know, it's been a great English title fight, all excitement, non-stop action.
Yeah, it's been obviously we watched Levi prior to this, and it's been obviously a completely different fight because of obviously the length of the fight, what's on the line. But it's been a very exciting fight. Kudos to both men, you know. Ben Norman showed after that knockdown, he's a tough kid, he's resilient, but Brandon, for me, just seems to be that level above.
Yeah, I think Brandon's going for it here. He doesn't want to see the 10 rounds.
Hold, let go of him. Let him out, put shoulder on. That's it. Don't pull on his head. Don't pull on his head there, Brandon.
Looking for that lead uppercut in there, then just missed there by a whisker, really.
Yeah, it was good work there from Brandon with his back to the ropes, working inside. Norman trying to push it this last round.
I mean, he's got no option but to do it, has he, Mike? I mean, there's nothing else there, and unless he can take that, it's only going one way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, it's a lesson to all these other kids out there. The fight's not over till it's over. You've got to keep going, you know, for 10 rounds, regardless of how the fight's going. You've got to do the best you can do, basically. You know, there's always that chance. You always got a fighter's chance, pardon the pun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, they're both going for it now. Ben Norman's got no choice. I think Brandon wants to finish it, so we're in for an exciting last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I think Brandon's expended a lot of energy in this round now. He's got a little bit flat-footed, but you can't blame him for that, you know. Both lads finishing the round strong, though.
Yeah,
you wouldn't think they were in the 10th round, though.
No. It's like another title going back to the boxing city of Liverpool tonight, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a massive cheer in here tonight. Can't see it going any other way than with the hand raised from Daord.
Oh, I'd be very surprised if it did.
What a valiant effort from Norman. He's not stopped himself all the way through. Just Daord obviously has edged the quality.
Well, after we thought he might be done in the 4th, you know, we're looking at the last couple of moments, well, the last 10 seconds of the 10th.
Yeah, and they're still at it. They're both trying to throw big bombs. But, you know, this is one of those nobbins fights, I think, for that last round. Get your coins and get them thrown in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 tumultuous rounds of boxing action, please join down South and giving full applause to these gallant warriors. After 10 rounds of championship boxing, these are the score totals. Judges Terry O'Connor and Jacob Patrick according 99 to 91. And Phil Edwards, 98 to 91 for your winner in the new English Super Flyweight Champion. Still in the division from Blackpool. And a girls' ladies and gentlemen, any representatives speaking up will now present the championship belts to the winner, Benn. And normally, ladies and gentlemen, I say good night to the stage going on. We want to see more finishes. Congratulations to all of us.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.